That's not like taffy. Those things do hurt.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
The nice thing is they don't come loose, like the porcupines that we have in Michigan.
Right.
Dr. Jan Pohl, the beloved veterinarian who has spent decades caring for animals big and small, has always been a source of comfort and inspiration for families across America. From the cows and pigs of rural Michigan to the household pets, who have captured our hearts, he has treated every animal with unwavering compassion. But now, after years of dedication to his craft, Dr. Pohl is facing a challenge that not even his expertise can solve. A heartbreaking medical diagnosis that is forcing him to step back from the life he's devoted himself to. Fans of the incredible doctor. Pohl have grown to love not just his veterinary skills, but his honesty, warmth, and humor. Week after week, viewers have witnessed the doctor's tireless work ethic, his unshakable calm in the face of emergencies, and the unique bond he shares with his family and staff. But this recent news has shaken the community, both online and on set, leaving co-workers, friends, and fans grappling with the reality that the man who has given so much to others now needs care himself. Behind the cameras, the mood has been somber. Staff members have spoken about the emotional strain of watching Dr. Pohl face such a personal battle, while fans have flooded social media with messages of support, gratitude, and love. What makes this moment especially poignant is the legacy he leaves behind. Decades of stories, lessons, and animals whose lives he changed forever. In this video, we'll explore the circumstances surrounding Dr. Pohl's diagnosis, the impact it has had on his family and team, and the emotional goodbye he is preparing to say to the career and life he has built. For many, it's impossible not to feel the weight of this moment. Dr. Jan Pohl has been more than just a veterinarian. He has been a guardian for animals across rural Michigan, a figure of trust and guidance for families, and a source of inspiration for millions of fans of the incredible Dr. Pohl. Born in the Netherlands, Dr. Pohl developed a deep love for animals at an early age. He studied veterinary medicine in Europe before moving to the United States, bringing with him a relentless work ethic and a hands-on approach that would define his career. From the moment he opened his practice in Weidman, Michigan, it became clear that Dr. Pohl wasn't just treating animals, he was building relationships. His patients ranged from household pets like cats and dogs to large farm animals such as cows, pigs, and horses. Each animal was treated with the same level of dedication, and each owner quickly learned that when Dr. Pohl was involved, their animal's well-being came first. His motto was simple: every life matters, no matter how big or small. The reality of veterinary medicine is that it is demanding, exhausting, and emotionally taxing. Yet Dr. Pohl embraced the challenge with quiet determination. Days often began before sunrise, filled with farm visits, emergency surgeries, and consultations. He worked alongside his son, Dr. Charles Pohl, and a loyal team of assistants, all of whom were guided by his steady hand and clear vision. Those who have spent time with him often describe his presence as reassuring, a blend of expertise, compassion, and humor that puts even the most anxious pet owners at ease. Dr. Pohl's rise to national fame came with the launch of The Incredible Dr. Pohl on Nat Geo Wild. The show captured the realities of veterinary work in a rural setting, the long hours, unpredictable emergencies, and the deep emotional connections between humans and animals. Viewers were captivated not only by the variety of cases he handled, but also by Dr. Pohl's authenticity. Unlike some TV personalities, he didn't play to the camera. His honesty, sometimes blunt but always caring, made audiences trust him and root for him in every situation. Over the years, Dr. Pohl became a symbol of dedication, resilience, and the profound bond between humans and animals. But even as his fame grew, he remained grounded in his work. Friends and colleagues often remark that despite the cameras, he has never lost sight of why he became a veterinarian: to help those who cannot speak for themselves. Every surgery, every farm visit, and every emergency call has been a testament to his lifelong commitment. Now, after decades of tireless service, Dr. Paul faces a challenge that changes everything. His recent diagnosis, which has been described as serious and life-altering, has forced him to consider stepping back from the very work that has defined his life. For a man whose identity has been intertwined with caring for animals, this decision is emotionally complex. It's a moment that impacts not just him, but his family, his team, and the countless animals and owners who rely on his expertise. As fans watch the unfolding story, the emotional weight is impossible to ignore. Dr. Paul's journey is more than a career. It is a lifetime of devotion, sacrifice, and unwavering love for animals. And now, faced with this personal trial, the world sees a different side of the man who has always been a source of strength. A reminder that even heroes must sometimes confront their own vulnerabilities. For someone who has spent a lifetime caring for others, receiving a personal medical diagnosis can be particularly jarring. For Dr. John Paul, the recent news was nothing short of heartbreaking. Though the specific details of his condition have been kept private out of respect for his family, those close to him describe it as serious enough to require him to slow down and reconsider the future of his veterinary practice. For a man who has been on the front lines of animal care for decades, this represents an emotional and professional turning point. Colleagues and family members have shared that Dr. Paul approached the situation with his signature mix of calm determination and practicality. He immediately began evaluating what this would mean for his day-to-day work, the staff who rely on him, and the countless animals under his care. His first concern wasn't himself. It was the team that has stood beside him for years and the animals who depend on his knowledge and guidance. The diagnosis has also deeply affected his family. Dr. Paul's son, Charles, has worked alongside him for years, learning from his father's example and sharing in the responsibilities of their rural practice. Family members describe a period of quiet reflection, late-night conversations, and planning for how to maintain the high standards that Dr. Paul has set while ensuring his health remains a priority. It's a delicate balance, one that brings both sorrow and relief as they come together to navigate an uncertain future. Fans of the incredible Dr. Paul have also reacted with a flood of support. Social media has been filled with messages from viewers expressing gratitude, love, and encouragement. Many share personal stories of how the show inspired them, educated them about animal care, and highlighted the importance of compassion in a profession often overlooked. The community's response has underscored just how much of an impact Dr. Paul has had, both on and off screen. On set, the atmosphere has changed significantly. Crew members and staff have noticed that Dr. Paul, while still dedicated to his work, moves more slowly and relies more on his team than in previous years. It's a poignant reminder that even the most resilient individuals are human. Yet, despite the challenges, he remains committed to the animals and families who depend on him, demonstrating a courage and dedication that has inspired everyone who knows him. This period of transition has also led to reflection on Dr. Paul's legacy. Over decades, he has built not just a career, but a model of integrity, hard work, and compassion. His methods, grounded in experience and practical knowledge, have saved countless animals' lives and educated generations about responsible veterinary care. Even as he steps back, those lessons and stories will endure, leaving a lasting impact on both the veterinary community and the countless viewers who have come to admire him. The emotional toll of the diagnosis is undeniable. For someone who has spent so much of his life giving to others, receiving care himself is a new and challenging experience. Yet through it all, Dr. Paul remains resilient, demonstrating to his family, staff, and fans that courage is not the absence of fear. It is the ability to continue despite it. As he prepares to say goodbye to the daily routines that have defined his life, Dr. Paul is not just leaving a practice, he is closing a chapter in a story of dedication, sacrifice, and love. And while this moment is filled with sadness, it is also a reminder of the profound influence one person can have, simply by living with passion and heart. For years, viewers of The Incredible Dr. Pol have come to know Dr. Jan Pol not just as a veterinarian, but as a mentor, a teacher, and a source of inspiration. His calm demeanor, hands-on approach, and unwavering compassion have made him a beloved figure both on-screen and off. But now, as he faces the realities of his recent diagnosis, the emotional weight of saying goodbye has become profoundly visible, particularly on the set where he has spent so much of his life. Crew members described the atmosphere during the filming of his final episodes as heavy with emotion. Those familiar with Dr. Pol's work ethic noticed a different energy, quiet reflection replacing the usual humor, lingering glances as he walked past familiar stalls and equipment, and an unspoken understanding that this was more than just another day at work. Every interaction seemed infused with deeper meaning, every word and gesture a subtle farewell. Dr. Pol's family and team have been central to helping him navigate this period. His son, Dr. Charles Pol, along with longtime assistants and veterinary staff, have worked tirelessly to ensure that the quality of care remains consistent, even as Dr. Pol steps back from his usual responsibilities. The shift in roles has been emotional for everyone, highlighting how much his presence has been the cornerstone of the practice for decades. For viewers, the reality of the situation hits differently. Fans have shared stories of how the show influenced their understanding of animal care, inspired them to pursue careers in veterinary science, or simply brought comfort during difficult times. Many have expressed sorrow at the thought of Dr. Pol stepping away, but also admiration for the strength and grace with which he is facing this new chapter. Social media has become a space for collective support, with thousands sending messages of love, prayers, and encouragement. Behind the scenes, Dr. Pol has remained steadfast, maintaining the professionalism that has defined his career. Yet those close to him note moments of vulnerability, brief pauses while examining a patient, lingering goodbyes to staff, and quiet reflection before entering treatment areas. These small gestures have revealed the depth of his connection to both the animals and people he has worked with for decades. This chapter of transition is as much about legacy as it is about farewell. Dr. Pol has trained countless veterinary assistants and inspired an entire generation of viewers with his expertise and dedication. The impact of his career extends far beyond Michigan. It reaches households across the country and even internationally. Though he may be stepping back, the lessons he has imparted and the example he has set will continue to influence those who follow in his footsteps. In many ways, the emotional weight of this farewell is a testament to a life well lived. Dr. Pol's journey has been one of tireless service, unwavering compassion, and a deep commitment to every creature under his care. Now, as he prepares to step away from the daily routines that have defined his life, the world watches, grateful for his decades of dedication and heartbroken at the thought of his absence. Despite the sadness, there is also hope. Those closest to Dr. Pol are determined to continue his work in his stead, ensuring that the practice remains a place of learning, care, and compassion. And while his diagnosis marks the end of an era, it also highlights the profound impact one individual can have, leaving a legacy that will endure long after the final episode airs. As Dr. Jan Pol prepares to step back from his daily work, the full weight of his legacy becomes impossible to ignore. For decades, he has been a tireless advocate for animals, a mentor to young veterinarians, and a source of comfort to families and communities across Michigan. His hands have healed countless animals, his guidance has educated generations, and his presence has inspired millions of viewers around the world. Now, as he faces a personal health challenge, the emotions surrounding his farewell are amplified by the magnitude of what he has given throughout his life. Even as he reduces his workload, Dr. Pol's influence remains strong. His son, Dr. Charles Pol, along with a dedicated team of assistants, continues the practice with the same principles and care that he has instilled over decades. Staff members describe a renewed sense of purpose, driven by the desire to honor Dr. Pol's commitment to excellence. Every decision, every patient, and every moment in the clinic reflects the lessons he has imparted. a living testament to his dedication. Fans of the incredible Dr. Pol have shared an outpouring of support, with social media filled with messages of gratitude and admiration. Many reflect on how the show taught them about compassion, responsibility, and the importance of treating every life with respect. For some, Dr. Pol's work has inspired careers in veterinary medicine. For others, it has provided comfort and hope in times of need. His influence extends far beyond the small town where he began his practice, touching lives around the globe. Despite the sadness of stepping back, Dr. Pol's attitude remains steadfastly positive. Friends and colleagues note his resilience and unwavering spirit. He continues to visit the clinic regularly, offering advice, mentoring staff, and maintaining the bonds he has built over decades. While the diagnosis may have changed his routine, it has not diminished his heart for animals or his passion for teaching and sharing knowledge. This chapter of his life, though bittersweet, also serves as a reminder of the profound impact one person can have when they dedicate themselves fully to their calling. Dr. Pol has lived a life marked by sacrifice, compassion, and relentless dedication. His farewell is not just the closing of a career. It is the celebration of a life that has touched countless hearts, human and animal alike. For Dr. Pol, the diagnosis may have signaled a slowing down, but it has also highlighted the enduring strength of his legacy. Every animal treated, every assistant trained, and every viewer inspired is a testament to the man he is. The love and respect that surround him are proof that his work has not only mattered, but has truly changed lives. As he looks toward the future, Dr. Pol faces it with the same courage and calm he has shown throughout his career. Though this goodbye is difficult, it is also filled with hope. Hope that his teachings, his compassion, and his legacy will continue to thrive through the people and animals whose lives he has touched. And for millions of fans, the memory of Dr. Pol's dedication will remain a source of inspiration for years to come. Dr. Pol's farewell reminds us that even in the face of heartbreak, a life of service, love, and commitment leaves a mark that can never be erased.